7, lesson 5 meeting. All right. Okay.
We'd never get anything done if I was doing this.
Well, we almost don't get anything done with me. All right. So if we don't have any more questions about 1, let's number 2. Find the probability that the randomly selected professional baseball player will have a batting average that's greater than .335. Did you guys all get how to do that using the applet?
Where are we?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What?
Where are we exactly? Are we in the preparation one?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, this is number 2 on the preparation.
Okay, I got
I
it.
just want to make sure. You got it?
It worked out, and I like that applet.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
I thought that was kind of
So,
cool. The only thing to remember on the applet is which part of it I want shared.
yeah. So number 2, I ended up just finding the z-score using the mean and, sorry, my mind's just blanking, standard deviation. Yeah, from question 1, and then putting it in the applet.
Right.
And putting it on the positive side, just to see. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. All right, 3, provide a brief description of normal density curve and describe the shape and properties. I'm sure you guys have got that. Total area under the curve, or the total area under the curve equals 1. That's one of the properties.
On the horizontal, and it's always determined means in the standard deviation.
Right.
I actually got smart this time and wrote out all these things so that I can just look at them. Because I'm too
Yeah.
you guys are fast for me.
Well, that's what I do, is I actually print out that preparation assignment and I just write it all through and work it that way.
Yeah.
I actually went through it and did it on a separate piece of paper with all the.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions about 3? Are we good to move on?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. In the following z-score formula, please state which symbol stands for. Do we need to go over that, or has everybody got it?
Good.
Can they just say instead of mu?
Say that one more time, Chris. It was kind of choppy.
Say that x minus mu over whatever the one is. I'm thinking that.
Yeah.
The data over minus the mean over the standard deviation. I know what doing this other one is. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, I just kind of used the terms I knew. I don't know all the real names for them.
Hope they never
Okay. Right. Okay, no less than 3 sentences, please define and describe the 68, 95, 99.7 rule. Are we all clear on that one?
Yeah. You want 3 sentences?
Sorry, Chris, that was...
Most of your data will fall between the 68 and the 99.7 on every bell curve.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right, well, let's move on to part 2 and work through those. Question number 6. They give us, well, above, they give us the mean and the standard deviation.
Right.
Okay, so number 6, the mean of all quantitative scores on the GRE is 150.8 with a standard deviation of 8.8. So A, scores on the quantitative portion of the GRE are approximately normally distributed with the mean, which they just gave us, was 150.8 and standard deviation of 8.8. That one was pretty simple.
Yep. I like that one.
Yeah. Okay. Eduardo, do you want to do B?
Okay, the portion of people who take the quantitative portion will score above 165. So
Yeah.
wouldn't that just be like 2.35% of the people or something? Unless I did it wrong.
Well, what I did was I went and found the z-score.
Okay.
So it's like 165 minus 150.8 over 8.8.
Yeah. And I got 2.176. And then I went into the normal probability applet.
Wait,
And
the z-score you got 2.7?
say that one more time. Sorry.
You got 2.7?
2.176.
I keep getting 1.61.
Are you doing 165 minus what was that?
I got 1.6136.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do that on my calculator one more time. So I'm going to take 165, right? Minus 150.8.
Oh, it's 150.8.
Say that one more time.
150.8.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I got 14.2, and then divide that by 8.8. Yeah, I just wrote it down wrong. So 1614.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. 1.614. And then do you want me to pull up that applet on the screen? Then we can plug it in.
Sure.
That's what I'll pull that up.
I
Okay.
got mine up, but I can't screenshot it.
Okay, I just put it up there. Do you guys see it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Okay. So if we want to find what everybody will score above 165, we unclick the lower. We put in our z-score 1.614. Oh, sorry, my numlock's on. Let's see, 1.614. Okay, and then you look up here, and here's what our probability is. So it'd be 0.0533.
Right.
Does that make sense, everybody?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. So who wants to take on C?
Okay, well, with number C, just take the same number that you have that's on the applet.
Sort of. Go ahead.
0.10 up above the top where it says
Okay.
normal probability.
Because that's our 10%, right?
Right.
Okay.
Give you negative 1.282. what I
we
got.
want. Yeah.
But it can't be negative. Is that what you got?
Yeah, and it is negative 1
negative.
point.
Okay, yeah.
The z-score can be negative.
Underneath it can't, right?
Yeah. The graph has to just fall above the horizontal line, but the z-score can be negative because that's how many standard deviations that 10th percentile is away from the mean.
Okay.
So. Okay. All right.
Negative.
Okay. Negative 1.282.
Right.
Okay. Who wants to do D? I can do it as. You want to do it? Go for it.
You take the negative 1.282 minus 150.8 divided by 8.8 because we're solving for X.
Okay, so we have the X. Here's the formula. X equals the mean plus that z-score that we just found for the 10th percentile, which was negative 1.282. This is what Chris was saying. And then you times the z-score to the standard deviation.
Yeah.
Okay. So x would be, well, it would be 150.8 plus the z-score times 8.8, which
Comes out to be
was, go ahead.
139.51. Is that what I've got? Can I remember?
139.518. Yeah, or 5.
Is it one of those that rounds up?
Yeah, probably. I'm just going to plug it in real fast just to make sure, but. Let's see. I got to read my own writing to make sure. Huh. Okay. 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 Sorry. Plus 150.8. Okay. So I got 139.518. So I don't know what we're supposed to round it up to, although they actually, in the answer, rounded it up to the 10th.
Well, that would be then 5.2, 139.52, but I just left it at 518.
Yeah. Well, when I went through this and looked at the answer, it was like they said it's 139.5 or round it to 140 is what they said. So like you said, very confusing and what they want because they don't tell you. But they were saying that the GRE score for a student who scores the 10th percentile is 0.5 or 140. They rounded it up all the way.
Well, the score you can't take
So,
4.
okay. All right. So now we move on to question 7. Is everybody okay with that? Did everybody get it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we move on to question 7. The mean speed of hydrogen at room temperature is 1,800 meters per second with a standard deviation of 600 meters per second. So question A is pretty obvious. The mean is 1,800 meters per second, and the standard deviation is 600 meters per second. Okay. So B says, what is the probability that a randomly selected particle has a speed over 2,500 miles per second? Or meters per second, excuse me.
You would find the z-score, right?
Yeah.
And it'll give you 1.16. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And put it in an applet.
yeah, an applet.
Okay. All right. 1.16. They'll even let us do one more. It was like 1.16666 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see.
It'd be 87.8%.
We're gonna just a second. Not quite, because it's supposed to be over.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be over 2,500
Right.
meters per second.
4%.
So I just shaded that area. So point. Yeah, 0.1218. Yeah. What's crazy is I went through this yesterday, and in the answer key, like they had it be 1.1667 or so. Anyway, they had like several digits, but you couldn't put it into the applet. It wouldn't let you put that many digits in, and so
That's always nice when everything matches up.
right. That's what was a little frustrating. So the answer they gave us there was 0.1216, but I'm just going to go with what's right here on the applet.
What I got was 0.1216 because I only put in 4. But if you notice, if you did the tutorial video, stuff in there. The first 2 problems that he did in the tutorial were wrong.
Yeah. So what, Chris, what did you put in for the z-score?
1.1667.
Okay. See, mine
with
it
1216.
Oh, so are we supposed to round to the third decimal place?
It doesn't tell us.
Okay.
So
It would be nice if they did.
Oh,
the quizzes are better at being more specific. But okay, let's move on to C. What is the probability that a randomly selected particle has a speed that is less than the 2,500 meters per second?
would that just be like 88%? 0.88.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
87.8, 87, 84, like that.
yeah, so what we do is go like that because we want to know what would be less than that z-score. And so 87.8. Yeah.
But you know, you can
Which is up.
do that one by subtracting that 1216 from 1.
Yeah.
Probability is equals 1 minus n.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. Thanks for reminding us. Yeah, you just could take the answer from the previous and subtract it from 1 because everything adds up to 1. So awesome. Okay. D, what is the probability that a randomly selected particle has a speed that is less than 1,500 meters per second?
Well,
So
you still get the z-score,
yeah, so we have to find the z-score.
which is 0.5.
Yep.
And it
Okay.
has
So,
a 0, so
but it's we have to remember that it's negative 0.5, right? Because of
you're taking a smaller number from a bigger number, or a bigger number from a smaller number. Because your minus
yeah,
1,500 minus 1,800.
yeah. So sorry, I'm trying to find the. Oh, sorry. Hold on. So we want to know what's less than this right here, this z-score right here.
Right.
And so it's 0.0385. What was that? Eduardo?
0.3085.
Yes, 0.3085. It's a good thing you guys are around to keep me straight.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so E, what is the probability that a randomly selected particle has a speed that is between 1,500 and 2,500 meters per second?
Okay, so this one you can take the answer that we got in C
Okay.
minus the answer that we just got in D, and that'll give you the answer.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. Good. Right on.
Yeah, awesome. I know for a second last night I was playing with the z-scores to see if I could put one z-score and the other. You can't. You can only. So yeah, Chris is right on. You just take those two answers and subtract them.
Yeah, I tried
So
that too. And I can't do this, you know. So then I figured out.
yeah, so
Well, I've got.
so it's right. So it's 0.5698
Right.
millimeters per second.
Oh, I
Okay.
didn't put that on.
And then F is what is the third quartile of the speeds of hydrogen at room temperature. So what do we do first?
Got to find X.
Yeah. So the third quartile would be 75%, right?
Correct.
So I'm going to type in 0.75. And our z-score is 0.674.
Right.
One thing I was trying to remember is if the percentile is above 50%, you're going to want to take this z-score right here, the positive one. But if it's under 50%, you always take the negative. So just a reminder. So if we plug it into that formula of x equals the mean plus the z-score times standard deviation. Who wants to plug that in?
Plug what in? You said? Sorry, I couldn't hear you that well.
Sorry. So it's that formula we used up in number D of 6. So it's we're solving for x. We want to know what the third quartile. So it's x equals, here's the formula. X equals the mean
Okay.
So that would be 1800
Uh-huh.
plus the z-score that we see at the bottom here after we put 75 percentile, or yeah, percentile in.
74.
Yeah, 0.674 times the standard deviation, which is 600. So times 0.674 times 600, which is 404.4, and add it to 1800.
Wait. 0.674 times 1600, you said? Or times
0.6, yeah, so you do 0.674 times 600.
Yeah. And then add it to 1800.
Correct.
Right.
And that gives you 2204.4.
Yep.
Well, 4.7.
Oh, wow.
And when you're thinking about it, it makes sense because that's about a 75% of the number that we have.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense at 2200.
Okay.
That's 70th percentile.
Okay. So on any more questions on that section? Those two?
Nope.
All right. So then we go to 8, which is just looking at the QQ plots and deciding whether or not they're normally distributed or not.
Ooh, scared to death. I thought, I don't have that on my paper, but it's just the plots. I now know now.
Yeah, it's just the plots.
Plot A is jigs. It's not a normal plot.
Why isn't it normal, Chris?
On both ends, it has an S shape.
Okay. So it kind of curves off on both ends. All right. Carrie, or do you have yours up, Carrie?
Yeah, A, B, not normal. Again, because it's the same.
Running off into no man's land. Okay. Eduardo, what about C?
I think C is pretty normal.
Yeah.
What do you
I
guys
would
think?
It rides that line.
I think
I would agree. And then plot D, I would say is normally distributed.
Yeah.
It kind of curves a little bit at the top, but most of the information is on that line. So,
Right.
all right. How about E? Chris?
It's not normal. It's got that curve on the bottom.
Yeah, it's kind of going off. Okay. F.
Normal.
normal.
Normal. I
Well,
agree.
I think what we're also looking for, like if you go back to E,
Yeah.
like it kind of, some of them are on the left side and then it kind of comes down under.
Yeah.
Again, kind of an S shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Because I think
agree.
you're always going to have those outliers.
Yeah,
no
you'll
matter-
have a couple of outliers.
Right. I mean, I think that's just standard, but it's really about the majority. Because like if you go back through the ones that were not normal, they seem to have they flip flop over this over the line.
Yeah.
What it looks like to me, and that's
Yeah.
how I kind of like put it in my head.
Exactly.
Same line, the horizontal line under the curve.
Well, it kind of jogs back and forth. The ones that were unnormal.
Yeah. I agree. Okay, awesome. So you guys ready to take on the quiz?
Ready?
Oh man, let's do
Let's do it.
Okay.
it.
I'm just pulling up my iLearn. I forgot to.
Mark 1 and 2. I did that one time. And screwed your score really bad.
If you don't do 1 and 2, is that what you said?
Yeah, you mark 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't forget those ones. Sorry, I'm still working to get into my quiz. Okay, there it is.
What do you guys think of Island 3.0?
I'm getting used to it. I'm not.
This is the first I've used, and so yeah.
I don't get me wrong. I missed 2.0, but I'm not nearly. Well, I don't know if any of you are on the Facebook page. There are some flippin' whiny people. I just gotta say. Like they complain about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took me a little bit to get used to.
Yeah,
this is
well, like with
But
everything new, you kind of have to get used to it and play around with it. It has its benefits and it has its disadvantages, for sure.
I mean, I miss Island 2.0 because everything was just so organized.
Yes.
Where I shot myself in the foot is if you look at the calendar, because you know how everything adjusts to your time. I'm like, oh, it's due Thursday. Well, Thursday at midnight, so it's really due Wednesday night. You know, so I very quickly learned not to look at that.
Yeah.
But
you
some
can
people
see
have used some app that they put on their phone. I
Oh,
don't know.
it's called Pulse.
Yeah, or something like that. I don't need all that. I just need to just check in every day and do what needs to be done.
You can change your time on iLearn to make it the central time.
Well, yeah, but no. So in 3.0, what they did was they made all due dates, because remember how it used to be all crazy? They made everything Mountain Time driven. So when I changed my time to it correct. My due dates due times are my correct time, but because on the calendar it looks like it's on Thursday. In my mind, I'm thinking, oh, I have Thursday, when really it's Wednesday at midnight, because once you hit midnight, you're in you know, it's that it's just kind of, you know, visually I think I have until Thursday when I don't. So I'd rather it just didn't tell me, you know.
Yeah.
I could have missed the 11.99, you know, 11.59. Give me those back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, I don't think it's worth whining about it on Facebook for sure.
Right.
But
It's not going to change it.
Topic. Well, yeah, like whatever happened to being, you know, resourceful people? Like, isn't that why we're here? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, you guys ready for this quiz?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. For it.
Okay. Did you guys mark 1 and 2 yet?
Yes.
Okay, good.
One to do that.
All right, let's start. Question 3. The total area under a normal distribution curve must equal
1.
1. I'm with you.
All right.
Okay, who wants to do 4?
Under certain circumstances, a normal distribution curve can drop below the x-axis.
I don't think that's true, is it? It's false.
Remember that it has to be on or above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On.
Yeah, that's one of the rules of the properties. Always lies on or above horizontal axis.
Mm-hmm. Question 5. I'm gonna say it's false.
The normal distribution curve is symmetric.
It's actually, I think it's true. Let me look at my notes. I think that's one of the rules too. Total area. Yeah, it's the normal density curve is symmetric and has a bell shape.
Yep.
Are you guys good with true or?
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I?
True.
Okay. All right.
Use the following image to answer the next 2 questions. Which of the following elements of the figure represents the z-score?
It'd be -1. It would be A, wouldn't it?
No.
The Z, that's area
yeah.
under.
For sure.
So.
You see, that's the only one that's pointing to a number in the first place.
Oh, true.
Yeah. I know, I was looking at it going, I'm confused, but yeah, I think you're right. I think it's C.
Well, the others don't point to a number.
No, they don't. And the z-score is in that. The z-score is always going to be those 2 boxes on here.
Yeah.
Okay, which of the following elements of the figure represents the probability that the z-score will be greater than 1.0? I would say B.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys good with that?
Yep, I'm on it.
Okay. All right, who wants the next one? According, let's see.
You want number 8? Is that where we're at?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Who wants to do number 8?
We lost you, Chris.
Okay.
Oh, you lost me?
Yeah.
Sorry. According to the
Okay.
rule, 68% will be within 1 deviation.
I agree.
5% would be within 2, and 97% would be with. So we have to answer that as a decimal or as a percentage.
It
Percentage.
says right as a percentage.
So it's going to be 65.
65 or 68?
I'm 68.
68. I agree.
Okay, good.
Number 8, 68%.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have to put the percent in there, right?
On there.
If it's a wait a minute, write your percent. Yeah, you put your percent sign.
Fine.
This
Okay.
math is the follow the rules.
Are we supposed
That's right.
percent?
Ah,
All right.
Wait,
it
wait.
says on
Oh, it
mine
says
when I
it must be a valid number. Okay.
Yeah, don't
It's
put
saying
the-
no.
yeah, just don't put the 68, the percent sign, and we'll be okay.
All right.
I know.
Normally
it's
that's what
confusing.
you want it.
Well, it said it, but where it says write your answer as a percentage such as 42 rather than a proportion such as 0.42. It's confusing, but it's okay. All right, question 9.
Okay, just take the percent off. All right.
All right, suppose that the z-scores come from a standard normal distribution. Use the normal probability applet to answer this question. What proportion of the z-scores will be between -1 and 1? All right, let me go in there. Give your answer as a decimal, accurate to 3 decimal places. Okay, so I'm going to go in there.
You're gonna put in a -1.
Well, you don't have to.
It's already
once
it's already a 1 and a -1.
yeah, can you guys still see my applet? Okay, so I just put in the 1 and then highlighted the area in between those. So right up here, it's 0.6827. What did they say is to round it to?
3 decimal places, so it'd be 0.683.
0.683.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. 0.683. All right. Awesome. All right. All right. Same thing. Suppose these scores come from a standard normal distribution. Use the normal probability applet to answer this question. What proportion of z-scores will be between 2 and -2? So let me go in and do that. 2. Okay. So 0.955. Right?
Yeah.
0.955.
Okay. Yep.
I couldn't.
0.955. So make sure. Yeah. All right. All right. Who wants the next question?
Is that one table we just did?
Sorry, Chris, what was that?
0.955 was 10, right?
Yes.
Yes. It looks like we have the same thing for 11, so let me go put it in. All right. All right. And then 0.997. Okay, 0.997. Looks like they're all the 68, 95,
97.
997 rule. That's what they're doing with us there. Okay. All right, who wants 12?
I think 12 is A. The values matches the 68, 95, and 99.7 rule.
I agree.
Dad.
Okay. All right, that was so far. It's not been too bad. Let's see what they got for us next. Do you want to read that,
Me?
or anybody? I don't care. Sure, Eduardo. Why don't you read that?
Yeah, all right. The amount of protein that an individual must consume is different for every person. There are solid theoretical ideas that suggest that the protein requirement will be normally distributed in the population of the United States. The protein requirement is given in terms of the numbers of grams of good quality protein that must be consumed each day per kilogram body of weight. The population mean protein requirement for adults is 0.65 grams, and the population standard deviation is 0.07 grams.
So, what proportion of the population have a protein requirement that is less than 0.60 grams? Okay, so I think
We just have to find the z-score, wouldn't it?
yeah,
And I got negative 5.7. That's a z-score.
Negative 5.7.
Yeah, you guys want to verify that really quick?
Sure. Sorry, let me pull up. Okay. All right, sorry. Okay. So we want to know what's below 0.60. Okay. Divided by 0.07. Oh, I got something weird. Okay, sorry, let me try it again. Z-score is 0.60. Tell me if I'm doing it wrong. Minus 0.65. Divide that by 0.07, right? Is that how you get the Z-score?
Yep.
Am I doing it wrong? So I got negative 0.714.
What?
I know. That's why I'm like, why am I?
Oh, wait, no, I got it. I got the same thing. Negative 0.7142857.
Okay, so then we go put that in the applet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see, 0.714. We're gonna okay. 2. All right, and we wanted to know which was
Less than.
less than. So I would say 0.2, and do we round it to the third decimal?
Yeah, so it'd be 0.238.
Okay, 0.238.
For 13,
Yep.
0.238.
0.238. Yep. Okay.
And then basically number 14 is more than 0.60.
Okay, so we just go over here and highlight this area, right? Because we want it more than, our z-score was negative 0.714, so we want everything in this area
Uh-huh.
above it.
Right.
Okay, so 0.762.
And then number 15 is less than 0.70 grams.
Okay, so we just have to do another z-score. Okay, so 0.70 minus 0.6. What was the?
I got 0.714 as well.
Okay, it's 5. Oops, I just messed mine up. Okay, 0.60 equals divided by 0.07. Okay, you got what? Sorry, Dora. What'd you get?
0.74.
0.74.
Did you get that too?
Okay. I think I did mine wrong. Okay, sorry. 0.70 minus 0.60, right?
Yeah.
Divide that
No.
by.
It's minus 0.65.
Is it 6.5? Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right. 0.70 minus 0.65 divided by 0.07. That's where I was. Okay, 0.714, right?
Yep.
Okay, sorry about that. Which is okay. Isn't that what we put in earlier?
Right? It's like weird.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
So 14 is 0.762 and 15 is 0.74?
Not yet.
Oh,
We're
sorry.
so
I'm
no, you're
confused.
fine. Sorry, we were just trying to look at ours and go, wait, we didn't. I think it's why. Okay, let me go to the answer. We want to know how much is less than 0.70. Okay, sorry.
So
I'm gonna
you take away
put
that.
Yeah. So 0.762.
That's the same as I got before?
Well,
It is.
it's proportioned correctly, so
Yeah.
it's symmetrical. That's the word, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
At first I was confused too, but
It's about
the
going to be symmetrical, so it's going to be the same on both sides.
yeah. Okay. Awesome. All right. Question 16. Find the probability that a random selected person will have a protein requirement that's between 0.60 and 0.70. Okay. So now we just go ahead. Yeah, 0.525. All right, I think mine just froze. Sorry. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, 2 more questions. Yay.
Wait a minute. So what was 16?
Sorry, it's 0.525.
0.25. Wait, I'm
Five,
sorry.
525.
525.
Yeah. Okay, and then we need to go find the 35th percentile. So we'll come up here.
Put the 35 in there.
Okay, so there's our z-score. So let's do that. Solve for the value, which is x equals 0.65. That was the mean, right?
Right.
Plus the z-score, which is it's the percentile is 35, so it'd be negative 0.454 times 0.07. Am I getting those numbers right?
Times what?
It would be times 0.07. Is that our standard deviation?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Sorry, I was doing it on my phone, and my daughter just called me. She needs my husband, so hopefully she'll call him instead. Okay, 0.454 times 0.07 is, I got for the, okay, negative 0.03.
Yeah, I got negative.
Did you got 0.03, negative 0.03?
Well, technically 0.032 since you have to round to the third decimal place.
Okay, and then we add that to 0.65, correct? So I got 0.618. Did everybody else get that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're good with that? Okay. And then it wants us to find the 80th. Same thing. So let me go in there. 0.8. Okay. So we do the same thing, but with that z-score. And because it's 80th, we use the positive, the 1.282. Okay.
Times 0.07.
Sorry, what was that?
Times 0.07.
Yeah.
And then we added to 6.65, right?
Yep.
5.
What?
All right. I got 0.74. But just because I got 0.73974.
But for 18, we have to do 3 decimal places.
Yeah, but when you do, if you round it up, it would take that 9. So it's 0.7397. The 7 would make the 9 0, which we rounded up to 4, right?
It'd be 40. Remember,
Okay,
keep your 3 decimal
0.740.
places. Yeah.
Okay, 0.740.
I mean, I'm not a math but I think that they're pretty anal about if they say 3 decimal points, that's what they want.
All right. All right, so do you guys want me to submit it and see what happens? And we can go back and...
Go, guinea pig, go.
All right, I'm going. Okay. All right, so far, so good. Oh, okay. It doesn't like our answers for 17 and 18. Find the 35 percentile, the protein requirement for adults. All right. Let me just go up and make sure we got our means right. Which we did. So did they just not like how we rounded it? I don't get that.
See, that's the problem is we don't know, are we completely out of the ballpark or are we in the ballpark just?
Right. Find the 35th percentile. Oh, you know what? Okay, I think we did it wrong, and I'll tell you why. It says find the 35th percentile, but it doesn't say what is the value. Well, maybe I don't know. No, I think we're still doing it right. Arg. What do you guys think?
Well, if you go back to the original question, the protein requirement for adults is the 0.65.
Yeah, that's the mean. And so let me just go back and make sure. Okay. Let's go back in here. 0.35. I'm not sure why it's not. Let me try. Okay. Negative 0.454 times 0.07. And then add that to 0.65. Okay. Let me just. Because it doesn't ask us for the z-score. It asks us for the 10th or the whatever 35th percentile, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I still have the same answers, so I'm a little bit at a loss of why it's not right. Anybody have any thoughts?
No,
Maybe
'cause
could,
I'm stuck with you. I mean, no, I'm sorry that came out. I'm stuck like you.
right.
No, because in reality, you're stuck with me.
No, I got it. No, you're good.
I am so sorry. That came out bad. That's not how I meant it. That's not how I meant it.
I didn't take it bad. Any thoughts, Eduardo or Chris?
I'm trying to see something. Do you think you can put like the z-score, the 35th percentile in the thing? Maybe I can try to see something.
You said
Well,
have somebody put the z-score for those answers and put them in instead?
Yeah, like for the area, put like 0.35.
Okay.
Score.
Well, if we're looking for, well, while you're doing that, so
Okay.
it says for any bell-shaped distribution, 68% will lie within one standard. So if we fill in things up until the percentage, wouldn't that?
Yeah. Does somebody want to try to put in that z-score?
Wouldn't the 35th percentile be 332?
Let's see. Okay, that's funny. Okay, when I went back into that applet and put 0.35, let's see. Let me try it again.
Talk so we can see your screen.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, as long as you're talking, you're primary.
Okay, so talking. Okay, so let's try it again, because guess what? I just put the 35th percentile in it. It gave us a different z-score. Go figure. I don't know why, but let's try to do that instead with that formula. Because the original z-score for that one we put in, it was like 0.454, but this one's 3.385. Maybe I put it in as 30 percentile. Is it 30 or 35?
35.
Okay, let's try this one then.
0.31 as the whole entire thing, but I don't know. You guys can verify me on that.
Okay, let's try this. Let's put some different numbers in for a second. Okay, 0.385, negative 0.385 times 0.07 is 0.0269.
No. It's not 0.07. It's 0.70.
Is it 0.70? I thought it was 0.7 for the standard deviation.
Wait. No. It is 0.07. My bad. I'm like.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I had to look 20 times to remember it. Okay, and then I'm going to add that to 0.65. Okay, the new number I got was 0.623, but let me just double check that, okay? And it's 0.65, right? I just want to double check, make sure I'm not. off in La La Land somewhere.
I got the
Yes,
same
it's
thing.
Okay, times 0.07 plus. Okay. Okay, so someone plug that in, 0.623. Okay, and I'm going to try the other. It was 80%, is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I have a different z-score there. I don't know if I just plugged it in as 80, and so it may have been completely my bad. Okay, it probably was, because that's usually the case. Okay, let's do that one again. All right, 0.65 plus, let's see, 0.842 times 0.07, which is 0.0589 whatever, plus that 0.65. Okay, I got 0.709.
Yep, I got that too.
Okay, let's plug those in. Somebody turn that one in.
Okay,
Although I'm gonna-
I'm submitting it.
Hang on, wait a minute.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll take a hit.
You'll take the hit.
They liked it. We're good.
They liked it. Okay, so remind me what those two, because I have to
Okay,
go back
for
and reset mine.
17.623,
0.623. Okay,
and then for 18.709. You guys-
709. Okay. Woo! All right. That's just a reminder to double check everything, right?
That once again, this is why we're a group, and that's why we get more than one chance.
That's right. I like second chances.
Well, I have to say, I super appreciate my education, but this is where online gets a little hairy. Like
Yeah.
this is where, in my opinion, is the weak link of the online. The foundation and stuff, like no problem. But when you come to this kind of stuff where you're like, okay, I got the wrong answer, I have no one to talk to.
Right. How did I get the wrong answer? Right. I'm with you. Okay, awesome. Yay.
Good
Sweet.
job.
Good job, guys.
Hey,
Yay.
everybody, we did it. Good job. Very cool.
Okay, so I can't submit a quiz.
Say it one more time. Sorry about that.
I can't submit this.
What?
What did you say, Chris? Sorry.
All right, hang on. This is my or something. Let me submit the quiz.
It won't let you submit it?
Why not?
No.
You're cool like us. Do you have something undone? Like,
it freezes. Give it a second.
Done, but it'll come back. I've got the answer on there, so.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Any other questions or things you guys want to
no,
discuss?
Nope. That's
I'm good. So,
Okay.
same bat channel on Tuesday?
Yes, we'll be back on Tuesday.
8 o'clock.
Where are you?
Does that work?
I'm in Idaho, so Mountain Standard Time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks, y'all. I will post this and put it up on our group.
Thanks, group.
Whatever that word is, collaboration.
All right, man.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks. We'll see
You
you.
guys have a good one. Bye.
Thanks, you too. Bye.